Next question comes from Mike Mouse 74. Ron. Cool. I like his videos. His style is different from most people that I've seen. It's very meticulous. He's very, what do I want to say? Like he displays his figures that he's reviewing. He's got a pointer and everything. He'll rotate it, he'll stop, and he'll talk about this, that, and this in detail. So if you ever want a toy review where you're gonna get lots and lots of details about the actual toy, not about the character, not about the backstory, what he did in the movie. If you want that, go someplace else. If you want to know how it's built, how it works, see intricate details and stuff, go see Mike Mouse 74. His videos are very detailed and they show off figures really good. So anyway, so here's his question is, who's your favorite Autobot of all time and why? And that would be Optimus Prime. Excuse me. I may want a Fort Max, but Optimus Prime is my favorite Autobot. And I love him in pretty much every iteration, to be honest with you. I even liked him in Energon. Sort of. I tolerated him in Energon. In Energon, he was very... He doubted himself way too much. He was very not Prime-like, to be honest with you. He was as close as coming to an opposite of Prime as you could get while still being a Prime. He was just... no. Okay, now who's my favorite Decepticon of all time and why? That's a good question. Who is my favorite Decepticon of all time? I don't honestly know. I can rattle off a few. Cartoon Rumble is one of my favorite Decepticons of all time. Starscream, of course. Most of the iterations of Starscream. I think my favorite Starscream is, and don't stone me, is the Armada one. Because he was... It was kind of weird. He was Starscream, but he was also not Starscream. He was Starscream because he, you know, at first he was plotting to try to get more power and take over, and then he turned into sort of like Dinobot, who started out the Beast Wars series as a Predacon and became a Maximo. While Starscream never became an Autobot officially, he did join up with them for a little while, and at the end of the series he actually went up against Galvatron and then against Unicron. And he did it to prove a point that it doesn't matter if you're Autobot or Decepticon, there's something bigger to fight for and fight against, and we all need to be united or we're all going to die. And through his actions and his sacrifice, at least for a little while, the Autobots and the Decepticons banded together and defeated Unicron. So I would say Starscream would probably be my favorite of all the Decepticons. So, and that's why. Alright, so next question comes from, dude, I'm probably going to say your name wrong and I'm really sorry. Gageoninja? Hold on. Let's see if I can get it there. Let's see, back you up. Right. Yeah, right there. And he said, what figure or toy line was the biggest letdown for you? As far as what just made you not want to buy anything with one toy or an entire line. The biggest letdown toy wise for me ever was Revenge of the Fallen Soundwave. I despise that toy, and I bought it, and I only paid $8 for it, and I still felt like I got ripped off. It's a transformer that vaguely looks like a robot that wasn't in the movie. The robot mode wasn't in the movie at all. So I got a form that wasn't in the movie, looked nothing like anything in the movie. I got a satellite form that supposedly became sort of a satellite if you sort of folded everything and squinted at your eyes and turned your head to the side while light was reflecting off of gas from Uranus. Then maybe it looked like that. And it was supposed to turn into a space cruiser mode, which didn't turn into a space cruiser. So what you got was a stupid looking robot that turned into nothing and more nothing. So you got a triple changing nothing. And to be honest with you, I mean, the Legends figure, much better than the Deluxe figure. And on that note, I despise him in the Dark of the Moon movie. He's supposed to be a spy, and he transforms into a Mercedes or a Jaguar. I forget which one it is. He turns in, I think it's a Mercedes. He turns into a Mercedes, which costs $200,000, which doesn't blend in because it's a $200,000 car. Those never blend in. And he's supposed to be a spy. So that just kind of flew right out the window. And then he didn't feel very sound wavy at all. At least in the second movie, he felt like a sound wave. In the third movie, he just felt like a hired thug. He sucked. He sucked. Big time. He sucked. And he didn't look like a sound wave. So, yeah. I don't know if I've told you this, but I despise most of Michael Bay's takes on our Transformers. That they don't look like they're supposed to. How pretty much every Decepticon looks like a freaking insect. And then you've got an actual Insecticon, and hey, you've got an insect that turns into an insect. No, I'm sorry. We wanted Dinobots. He gave us Constructicons, which would have been fine if they were Constructicons, but he gave us a giant, massive, ape-like thing that had two giant balls that came from none of his alt modes. It was garbage. It was crap. But as big crap as that was, Soundwave was. It just turned me off to the figure and to pretty much all the figures in that line. The only reason I got the other Soundwave was because it came with a Bumblebee, which I didn't really want, a Legend-sized Bumblebee, which I didn't want, and it came with a Rodimus, which is what I wanted. It was a Target 3-pack. So that's the biggest letdown for me as far as just the toy. As far as toy line, the Dark of the Moon toy line in general has got to be the biggest letdown. I should say the American Dark of the Moon toy line is the biggest letdown to me. And aside from the Cyberverse figures I got, and maybe the one or two figures I did get that are in the deluxe line, I'm probably not going to pick up anything else because it's all garbage over here. In Japan, they got the Jetwing Prime, which looks freaking awesome, which was actually in the movie. We get Ultimate Prime, which, no offense, looks like crap. I mean, maybe if you took some of those stupid wing panels off, he might look okay. But no, he looks like a freaking giant butterfly or something. No, that's garbage. It's the biggest Prime ever. No, it's not. It's Prime. It's the biggest trailer ever, maybe. I don't know. It's the biggest cheat ever. That's not the biggest Prime. So no. And then they're getting a stealth mode. A stealth mode type Prime somewhere else in the world, and If we want to get it, we're going to have to pay $200. Buster Prime. We should have gotten Buster Prime. No, we don't get Buster Prime. We get Battlehooks Prime. We get the regular Prime with the flat paint, and the gun doesn't come off and transform. Come on, what kind of bullcrap is that? I mean, it's our freaking toy line. The movie is an American movie. It's not a Japanese movie. It's an American movie. The characters, while originally were Japanese, were inspired and designed and created by, I'm assuming Americans. Maybe I'm wrong about that. But it's from our side of the ocean. Why are we getting the crap toys, and why are they still getting the best ones? So, yeah. So that's pretty much it. Yeah. Is that all? And yep, I did. So. Almost knocked over my tripod. So hopefully my battery will last, because I'm bitch running out. Okay. What is the one figure you want to review? The figure that I want to review the most is Fortress Maximus. This comes from Vdecepticon, by the way. Also another cool cat. He asks, what is the one figure you want to review? My response is Fortress Maximus. Anybody listening to this or going through it will see that as a recurring theme. Fort Max, Brave Max, Grand Max. Grand Max probably being the one that I want the most. So, what is my least favorite? What was your least favorite review to do, and why? I don't remember if I actually did it or not. I think I did. It would have probably been the one on Soundwave, on Revenge of the Fallen Deluxe Class Soundwave, because it was crap. It was crap. I had to pretend like I transformed it into something else, which it didn't transform into really anything else. It was just crap that turned into crap that turned into sort of a robot. So, yeah. That would be probably it. I think my least favorite review to do was the one that I did on the second version I did of the Microman Godzilla, where the Microman's ankles, the clips to the ankles completely broke off, separating the ball from. It was horrible. It was a horrible thing. I might put it back up again, because it was just like, I had the thing a year. I used it once or twice, and it broke. It shouldn't have broke like that, but sorry, one of my friends just texted me. But it shouldn't have crumbled like that. I'm sorry, it was worse than Gold Plastic Syndrome. So now I've got to figure. I'm going to end up using it for a skeleton and crazy gluing the. It's a little Godzilla. It's a Microman that goes in a Godzilla suit. So the Godzilla suit is still fine. But yeah. So that was my least favorite one to do, because the figure actually broke on camera, and that was very sad for me. So, and this is going to be the last one for tonight. I've actually got enough for another one, so I'm probably going to do maybe a shorter one, Q&A. But the last one comes from Rave 9, and he says, "When are you going to get a haircut, hippie?" Probably when we kill him with fire. I don't know. Most of you won't get that reference. He'll get it, but it's out of place. I'm not. When I get tired of it, I'll shave my head completely bald and it'll grow back again. But I probably won't this time, because the last time I did, my hair growing back and being short was actually very painful to my scalp. So yeah, until it got to a certain length, it was extremely painful. My scalp was always sore and it hurt. And I'm not doing that again. So I'm probably not going to ever cut my hair again. I might trim it, but I'm not going to cut it down from what it is. Sorry. If it bothers you, oh well. Yeah. Okay, so that ends my first Q&A. Hopefully, y'all will come back for the second one. If I didn't get to your questions, well, I'll get to your questions on the next time. If you want me to continue answering questions about myself, if you got questions about life and you think for some reason I might have the answer or I might give you an interesting answer, feel free to, post it in the comments below or PM me. That would probably work out better if you PM me, but either which way, I'll get the questions. All right, I got more reviews coming, and yeah. So thanks guys for watching, for listening. If there's anything y'all would like for me to do on camera, a special kind of review, a review on a character that I might be able to get. I hope this thing ain't breaking. Or whatever. Let me know, and I will try my best to get to it, okay? This is Islip. Peace.